Hello my people, we have another boot camp coming up from the 19th day of August to the 23rd day of August 2024. Who is this boot camp for? This boot camp is for anybody that wants to invest in any security listed on the Nigerian Stock Exchange. So you want to prepare yourself, get all the necessary registrations. You need my personalized guidance on finding a stockbroker, getting a CSCS account so that you are armed, you're ready, you are equipped to invest in FGN bonds, treasury bills. Yeah, you can go through your stockbroker to invest in treasury bills. If you don't want to go through the bank, invest in shares, all these shares thing that is going on now. Yeah, the bootcamp is for you, especially if you have tried to do that on your own, but you cannot do that your stock. So you now want to, engage my expertise in helping you, guiding you through the treacherous navigation of Nigerian system. Yeah, this is the bootcamp for you. But you need to meet some prerequisites, please. Number one, you must have time during those 5 days. Yeah, the time is flexible because I designed the course in such a way that I can accommodate people from different time zones. I know we live in different time zones, from those in the US to those in Australia, different time zones, different working hours. So there's no way all of us will have time at the same time to sit and have a live class. So no, it's flexible. All I ask is that you have 1 to 2 hours every single one of those days to complete your task, report to me, and I send you the next one so that you will be on schedule, on track, to complete, to get everything done in 5 days. All right, the moment you register, I have started communicating with you. Yeah, I know the bootcamp starts on the 19th, but the moment you register, just sit by your email. You will receive the next email automatically, chakam, in your mailbox. That is if you get through. Keep watching. The second prerequisite you need to meet is that you must have a Nigerian bank account, a Naira account, with one of the commercial banks in Nigeria. You have full access to that account from wherever you live in the world. You can log in, transfer money from that account to people, receive money into the account, log in to check the account to see if your money is coming in. Because yeah, when you start receiving dividends or coupon payouts or interest payments from your investment, you need to be checking, you need to be up and doing it, checking it to make sure that they are coming in as promised. That means the account is not dormant, you don't have any BVN issues on the account. Yeah, you must have full access to an active account, a Naira account, and it must be with a commercial bank. Commercial banks are all these traditional banks, already: Zenith, UBA, GT Bank, First Bank, Fidelity Bank, Wema Bank, which other one? Yeah, all those traditional banks, brick and mortar banks that have branches. Fintech banks and digital banks and what do you call the other one? Microfinance banks are not accepted, please. CSCS does not accept them. So make sure you have this account with a commercial bank. The third thing, you must have a Nigerian address. Yeah, you can do this with a foreign address, but you cannot achieve that one. Is a longer process. You cannot achieve that within the 5 days. So for this bootcamp, I'm only doing it for people that have a Nigerian address. If you live in Nigeria, you already have an address in Nigeria. Assuming you live outside Nigeria, but you have a house in Nigeria, you have an address in Nigeria. If your parents live in Nigeria, if you have friends, relatives in Nigeria, that place that you stay when you go back to Nigeria, apart from hotels, is your Nigerian address. Next, you must be able to provide proof of address for this your Nigerian address. One proof of address you can provide is a bank statement. Okay, you already have a Nigerian bank account, so you should be able to provide the statement of that account, which usually has your name and the address that you're going to use, right? So make sure that the address you want to use matches the address in your bank statement, okay? So that bank statement will serve as proof of address for that address. Another thing you can provide as proof of address for that same address that you're using, another thing, so you either provide bank statement or this other thing, utility bills. While the bank statement must come with your name, the utility bills do not have to, because the financial institutions understand that you may live in a place where the bills come in the landlord's name. For instance, waste management bill can come in the landlord's name, and then the landlord now shares the bill to the tenant. So you can present that as long as he has your address, the address you're going to use. And these two proofs of address must not be more than 3 months old, please. Another one, you must have a valid ID issued by the Nigerian government. By valid, I mean it's not expired for the ones that have expiry date. Things you can present as ID, acceptable IDs are the Nigerian green passport, permanent voter's card, Nigerian driver's license, and name slip. Any of these 4 can serve. The next thing you need to meet up with is that you need to have basic IT knowledge, please. You need to be able, in this digital age, you can send an email, right? You can download something from the internet, right? You can upload something. If you can do any of these things, then chicken, if you meet up with all these prerequisites, every single one of them, especially the one about time, this time I'll be kicking out people, you know, trans people that come 3 days, they haven't responded to their email. I'll kick you out and I won't issue a refund, please. So if you know you don't have time, if you know you don't meet any of these prerequisites, please do not come and occupy another person's space. I am begging you. This time, I don't have time to chase trends. You people will not buy me for my darling husband, for my children, for my mommy. They don't have any other me. My husband doesn't have another wife. My children don't have another mother. My mom does not have another first daughter. So, please, if you don't have time, if you don't meet up, don't come and inside and be begging me, Flo. No, please. So what's the deadline for the registration of this bootcamp? Man, this last bootcamp taught me a big lesson. I made the gravest mistake by setting a fixed date for the deadline. I got more people than I bargained for. So this time around, I've learned my lesson. So I'm not going to set a date. I'm going to use class capacity. Once I get 20 people, okay, let's make it 25 people. I'm just saying, just in case I get 5 trans, I can kick them out. I can digitally flog them out of the class. And then I'll be left with 20 people. But if everybody turns out to be very good participants, I can handle 5 extra people. So let's make it 25 people. Once I get 25 people, I'll shut the door, please. And there's nothing like squeeze me in. There will always be FGN savings bond investment. There will always be securities to be invested in, so you always need a stockbroker. So we can continue the bootcamp next time, but for now I don't want to overwork myself. I really overwork even though I later managed to get it, you know, handle it. I don't know where I got the energy from, but yeah, I don't want a repeat of that, please. I'm begging you people. So click the link below. I'll put it in the description box. I'll put it in a pinned comment, and I will put it here. You can type this one in your browser if you cannot find the other ones, so that you can go and register. Remember, once you register, stand by your email. I'm going to send you an email. An email will land in your box, Bootcamp, almost as soon as you get in. That's actually the proof that you got in. If you don't get an email, or if you don't reply your email, there's something that we need. We have to do some preliminary back and forth interview before that day. So see you on the other side.